Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho Macho Michelada.
You're listening to What Honesty Feels Like with Christine Sawicki that airs every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch us on rantradionetwork.com. If you're one of the most successful people in the world, I want to talk to you. I want to know how you got there, where you're going, and who you're giving back to. So call me at 855-969-7268 and check in with me, the most successful people in the world.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
We are the Three Guys Rant.
With Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen, and you never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Welcome to the Monster Marketing Group, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. Anything you need to make that marketing and advertising campaign stand out, we're your people. Concepts, design, production, social media, anything that you can dream up, we're going to make happen for you. And we can do it in a very quick turnaround. Please give us a call at 888-49-MONSTER.
Welcome to Sykes Accounting and Consulting Radio Show. I am your host, Anthony Sykes. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to rantradionetwork.com. I'm Anthony Sykes, and to my left here is Mr. Carlos Cruz of the Bell Garden Chamber. And I've invited him here as a guest. We're going to talk about, in this again, my series of what a small business should do in order to grow and to prosper. That's why I've asked him here. So, Carlos, tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, Anthony, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here and talk about how we're going to work together and talk about more about what you do and how you're going to assist businesses in the Bell Gardens community. About myself, I've been the executive director of Bell Gardens Chamber for near 2.5 years. So it's a growing chamber. When I first stepped in, there was a few unknowns. Most of it was me getting out there and getting to know all the businesses. I think when I first started, I thought, coming from an outreach position where I was before at a nonprofit, I had no problem knocking on doors, no problem introducing myself. But it really is a business in supporting other businesses. You need to go out there and prospect, go out there and talk to the business owners, find out what their needs are, what their challenges are. That's kind of how you and I connected, Anthony.
Yeah.
I see very many businesses facing issues that I need a go-to source, because the chamber is not we're the directory of sorts. You know, I bring in the resources. The more people I know, the more I'm able to connect to our community of business community in Bell Gardens. You're in Santa Fe Springs, but you're everywhere.
Right.
And I think that's something that I can pull from individuals' talents and strengths to come in to support the businesses in Bell Gardens. So I was introduced to you by Michael Aguilar, who's a good friend of mine, and he's a trusted associate. But so he says, you need to put together a workshop. I think what Anthony does is really relevant, and your businesses can really use his support and resources. So going off of that relationship with Michael, I was okay. Simple as that. You know, most of the time you were like, well, tell him to send me a proposal. Tell him to do this. What is, but it's that relationship that I felt very comfortable with, and moving forward, I wanted to get to work with you, Anthony, and your tax consulting side, and also the overall business in how we're going to work to support our businesses in Bell Gardens. We pride ourselves on being organic. My board, which is a size of 12 board members, is very supportive. A lot of the programs and workshops, they're organic, meaning that if I'm out in the community and finding out about, hey, I don't ask a business, hey, how's business? Because that's kind of a bad introduction. But what I do is I'll say, you know, what are some of your challenges? What can I do as a chamber? What kind of resources can I pull? Or what's been something that's keeping you up at night, or how's your time? Or what can we be doing to help you as a business? So if I get that feedback, oh, you know, taxes are hurting me. I'm government, local government or statewide. There's new bills that are passing that are hurting our small businesses. So that's how I say, well, let me find someone who can provide a resource. So I have my kitchen cabinet, so to speak. So I'll call on the people that I know are networkers. They may seem to know nearly everyone in any type of business. So I pull from them and I say, you know, I'm looking for someone that can do this. One of my members needs this sort of assistance. Do you know anyone who can help? So, you know, the people that are out there going to events and that are consistent in the networking arena, whether it's through chambers or setting up coffee meetings with business owners and being out there and getting to know people as much as possible, I call on them. And that's, I really just see our chamber as, I want to keep businesses involved, but then the more involvement, the more I can pull from resources. Okay. That's kind of how our business expo came about.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Well, it's July 20th, and the majority of our businesses in Bell Gardens need the community to shop at their business. So it's different from our neighboring Commerce, and it's different from Downey. Our community is unique in that, you know, we have a lot of service, a lot of mom and pop. So that's where businesses are asking me, hey, I want to connect with the schools. Carlos, can you help me out and let me give a presentation to a church or a youth group? So it was important to me that this business expo be on a Saturday, okay, and that we involve the city. And the city's been supportive. They put our information on the website. We're using the city marquee to advertise our expo. The city is letting us use Ross Hall for free, which is usually, you know, a nominal cost, but they waive those fees, and they're working with us closely.
Okay. Well, let me break in here.
Okay.
Let's give us an address. Not everybody knows where that is.
Yeah, definitely. That's where I was going to go into next. Where our Business and Community Expo is Saturday, July 20th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Ross Hall in Veterans Park. And the address is 6662 Loveland Street in Bell Gardens. And zip is 90201.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to the Saturday date, and you answered part of that because it's more community, so more of the community can attend as opposed to most of the time a business expo is on a weekday, usually late afternoon, early evening, and yours is, I guess, sort of prime time on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. We're trying to get the some of the tricks to lure in some of the community to come out. We're having a lunch truck that's going to be out there and serving food, DJ, bounce house. So kind of the come on in and see what's going on and learn about our businesses. And one, it's important to me that the community knows that support your local businesses. And why is that important? They're the ones that provide jobs. They're the ones that if they're successful, they're thriving, they can give back to local nonprofits. It's a good circle that I want to make sure that I can tighten up.
Okay.
When I first started, a little more when I first started was I'll tell you a funny story. When I was being interviewed for the position, they said, well, what were the first things that you would want to do? And I said, I'd want to call in all the community leaders, all the local nonprofits, the school district, our city officials, and I'd want to sit down and say, let's create a master calendar. Let's not step on each other's toes for events. If we're going to put together a health expo, let's partner. Let's do it big. You know, in a small city, you got to think big, and that's partnerships. And I'm proud of this expo because we have our city that's involved, police department, the school district is going to support us with volunteers. I'm really proud of partnerships that I'm forging with Pathways at Bell Gardens High School. They have their eye care pathway that is going to help me with volunteering the day of and leading up. They're creating a lot of the signage and our posters were feedback from the students. What would catch your eye? What would make you want to attend? Wow. You know, what would pique your interest, and what would get your mom and dad to come out? Okay. So I'm proud of that. We're getting the students involved. You know, and as many times a challenge of the chamber is staffing. You know, it's usually myself and a part-time admin or a volunteer admin, and it's tough to be able to to do everything. But with partnerships, you can accomplish a lot. I was on the phone yesterday with a representative from the district, and we're already planning our next year's event because we say, well, let's make it even bigger and better. And we were finding ways that we can make that happen. So it's a lot of it is planning and getting the word out. And I am pretty proud of a few ways we got the word out. And I mentioned the website, the marquee, school district.
Hold on there. Let's give the website. Let's give them a phone number to reach you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you'd like more information, it's free to attend our expo. I have a few spots left. I'm closing registration today at 5 p.m. at the end of the day. Members of the chamber are free, and we have a separate cost. But it's if you're interested, please give me a call at 562-806-2355. Chamber website is www.bellgardenschamber.org. And we're looking for some more individuals to come out. So if I have a few spots, 3, possibly 4. So come on out and or give me a call, and let's find some space for you. And thanks for that extra plug.
Okay. No, that's what this show is about. Every business needs help, and what you've touched on, because I want you to do most of the talking, and we'll do more talking about that after the break. But what the value of chambers are.
Okay.
This is Anthony Sykes.
Listening to the
listening
Sykes
to the
Accounting
Rant Radio
and Consulting
Network.
Radio Show.
We'll be right
We'll
back.
be right back.
Okay.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
Oh, man. Theticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Theticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4199.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on rantradionetwork.com.
We are the Three Guys Rant.
With Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69-THE-3-GUYS.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Welcome to Sykes Accounting and Consulting Radio Show. I am your host, Anthony Sykes.
Welcome back, everyone. We're with Carlos Cruz, Executive Director of Bell Gardens Chamber. Carlos, just before the break, what I was going to say, we've touched around it, but really the chamber is a way for a business to network, and it's an easier way. We both know about talking, knocking on doors, looking for business. But what are the functions that you guys do that kind of make that a little easier?
Yeah, well, in addition to our workshops, we have our networking breakfasts. We'll every quarter partner with the multi-chamber breakfast. That's always good to send that out to our members and have them come out to meet other businesses in the region. And I know something you're curious about, since you're in Santa Fe Springs, and yet you offer to put together a workshop in Bell Gardens, because there's opportunity. There may not be another Anthony Sykes in Bell Gardens, so that's why. Yeah, there isn't, and so that's important for me to network myself. To get out there, to come out to an event in Whittier, and that's where we met, a breakfast in Whittier. And to bring in resources, and to, in addition to getting businesses from Bell Gardens to come out and network, getting the region involved. I know all networking is good networking for chambers. The more you get people to believe in it, that it's, with the time now, everyone seems to be in a pinch for time. I mean, everyone's maybe absorbing more work, taking on more responsibility, more on their plate. It's tough to get out for the lunches. It's tough to get out for the breakfast or evening mixers. They've got the family waiting for them, or whatever it may be. But networking is, I'm a true believer in networking, and in that, I mean, it's that you need to practice what you preach, but the relationships you build are so important in that it helps your business with your your visibility, with your credibility, with your name. I mean, just like I knew of you before I met you. So that type
Hopefully
of thing.
that was
So,
good.
Yeah, it was all good because you get out there, and you're not just sitting behind the computer, and you're not emailing for your business. You need to get out there, and that's where I let people know. Being involved in the chamber, whether it's membership dues is one thing, but getting out there is so much more important to me. When I sign up a new business for a membership, I try not to overpromise, but I say chamber membership will be as effective as you're active. So if you get out and come out to the events and meet people and create referrals for some of our businesses or help someone out that was in need, that's appreciated. And I think through those relationships that you build with the chamber, and I see a chamber as just, helping you out, like as I mentioned, with your credibility and visibility, it's the most affordable way to market yourself. Printed materials, there's the costs are involved, and you have to have the printed materials, no doubt about that.
Right.
But that handshake, that follow up with someone that, hey, well, how can I help you? And by the way, this is what I do. And it, having that relationship that, where I'm, reaching out to people and saying, and I'm a believer in networking and in other chambers. Whenever I'm in another city, I say, hey, by the way, are you a member of the Santa Fe Springs Chamber? Or if I'm having lunch in Montebello, are you a member of the Montebello Chamber? Because as their chambers grow, we'll all grow.
Right.
And I know we work together through the multi-chamber events. Something I'd like to see is to work together for larger workshops or symposiums, to find out what our members, we have a lot of members in common, and maybe we can work together in that way and support each other and to provide some centralized way we can work together and all grow. As far as the chambers breakfasts and lunches, I haven't stuck to a consistent, this is the first Wednesday or the last Thursday, that type of luncheon or breakfast. Mm-hmm. And that's something that some of the members have asked. I like to keep it, we have our major events that we keep consistent, and they're this same time of season of the year or same date in the year. Right. But as far as breakfast, we try to have it planned out a couple of months in advance, and the workshops a couple of months in advance, so that as I mentioned, we want to keep it as the needs are of the membership.
Right.
But we've got some new, younger, energetic members that say, hey, Carlos, we want more networking events. So look out for more networking events. And I'm pretty proud of a few of my members. Rolando Castro from Credit Repair Solutions in Downey, Bhavin Singh from Legal Shield, and Francisco Sandoval from PC Smart. We were just sitting around talking just like we're doing now, and they said, we want to start a young professionals group. And I know that, and they said, there's one in Whittier, there's one in Montebello. And I said, why don't you start one up, and I'll help you, in certain ways, but I don't want it to be a Bell Gardens chamber function, or this is what the Bell Gardens chamber about. I go, you do it. I'll help you out by communicating with businesses or getting venues or helping you out with locating some sponsorships. And they ran with it. They've got their first networking event that is on the 31st of this month on a Wednesday at 5:30 at El Picante. And there's no membership fees.
Oh, okay.
So it could be some, and we're still young, Anthony.
Some days.
What was important to me, though, out of this young professionals group is, it's going to be mostly social for them.
Right.
You know, they're mostly evening mixers, emerging professionals, those that want to develop, network, get to know people. But what's important to me, I mentioned to them, I said, this is the only thing I'll ask of you is twice a year, do something where we can match make, where we can have a mentoring program, where I could bring in people like Anthony or bring in people that have the 15, 20 years of business experience under their belt. So we can have a speed networking type of event or a one-to-one matchmaking, you know, where you sit down and talk about this is what it took for me to take my business to another level or individually grow. So that's where the Young Professionals group is going to move forward, and I'm really excited about that. So I keep my hands off it. I tried not to. I said, hey, you know, and in my office they just there were 4 of them, along with Mike Salazar from Western and Southern Life, who's a member. They just sat down and said, let's think of a concept for a logo. Let's get some branding out there. Let's start to get some energy and buzz. And so there's a Facebook page, and they're working on a website, and we're excited about that. So, but I'm letting them do their thing, and because I don't want it to say, well, is it Bell Gardens? Do I need to be a member of the chamber, or do I want to go and get to know new people? Right. So we'll also use large businesses that are looking to recruit, you know, and maybe if they want to sponsor an event or talk to young professionals about maybe their opportunities to grow in their business, or, you know, so that's where I see the future for the Young Professionals group. So I'm excited about that.
All right. What other plans do you have in store for your chamber?
I'm excited about a directory that I'm working on, hard copy. And I know you had asked me earlier about what is the incentive or why would someone that's not in Bell Gardens want to become a member? And it's opportunity. You know, there may be someone that's doesn't sell widgets, you know, so we need someone to come in and be a part of our hard copy directory. And the way we're doing this is I'm finding and through my relationships, I'm securing sponsorships to underwrite the cost of it. So then I can go to your local business and as low as $50, you can advertise a business card color. So that's where I'm working on and saying, you know, if you want to market yourself to the Bell Gardens businesses, this is the best way to do it. And we're printing enough to give bundles to the mid-sized businesses, to all the local community centers. So we want this at everyone's desk. So when they open it up, okay, I could use this guy, Anthony Sykes. You know, he's even though his location is in Santa Fe Springs, or he does work in Whittier, I know he wants to be involved because he's in this directory and he's a resource. So I'm excited about this hard copy directory, and you know, it'll be published online as well. Okay. You know, of course, we have the fun stuff too. We have our golf tournament coming up, and that's Thursday, August 22nd. It's developed a following. Oh, okay. And I could say that one thing I'm great at is putting together a good committee. Okay. And the mayor in Bell Gardens, Pedro Acentuno, chairs it for me. So he's great. He's been a mentor of mine. He's early on, I was timid. I was timid to ask for something as, you know, sponsorship or involvement. Okay. And he would always say, "Hey, Carlos, if you don't ASK, you don't GET. If you don't ask, it's a no." You know, these cheesy little lines that just now all the time, I'm like, okay. For certain events, I just say, hey, you know, I don't push anything, but I ask.
We're coming to our end here quickly in the next 30 seconds. Let's talk about that expo.
Okay, great. It's once again, it's 2013 Business and Community Expo, Saturday, July 20th at Ross Hall in Veterans Park. Address is 6662 Loveland Street, Bell Gardens 90201.
Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, give me a call. You can call my office 562-864-2341. This is Anthony Sykes, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
You're listening to the Sykes Accounting and Consulting Radio Show. We'll be right back. Welcome to Sykes Accounting and Consulting Radio Show. I am your host, Anthony Sykes.
News in America. This just in. Promote your business here at Rant Radio Network. Call us at 855-969-RANT. That is 855-969-7268.